We could be facing another Tier 0 format out here. At least that's what I'm reading from people. Make sure you guys smash the living crap out of this subscribe button over here so you guys don't miss out on more awesome content. So Alliance Insight is about to drop, and I've got a lot of people out here that are talking about Malice being Tier 0. And I've read this from several people because they've said that the power ceiling for what Malice feels like it's capable of doing feels so much different than what we had previously seen. Now, if you remember, Rock'em Sock'em Robots out here, the format where you just had Ryzel bopping everything on the format, it was pretty simple. But I can understand why people are looking at Malice and going, yeah, this looks like it could be a very dangerous format for the game, because Malice just ignorantly just explodes. They can now play successfully underneath dear old Lancia, which is fine. I don't particularly mind that, but they also lost the free body that was the Code Talker Link one, which was supposed to slow them down a little bit. Problem is they still have the Splash Mage to get the initial revive and kind of go down the combo lines like that. I don't know what to think right now. I haven't had enough time. I'll have some tournament data in front of me later this week for Alliance Insight, and we'll kind of put my views a little bit more into perspective. But if I got people out here that are quivering in their boots and shaking, and we're a week and a half away and they've been playtesting this stuff, and they're like, this deck just feels so much further ahead than the rest, then maybe there is something to this from what I've been reading. I still think Nib is a really good choke point for the deck, but you know, we will have to wait and see. It all initially comes down to where we're expecting good places in the format to go. So Mitsurugi Ryzel is projected to be the second best deck in the room. So this is actually kind of funny. From the same people that are telling me that Malice is going to be Tier 0 and do this, those people have actually told me that Mitsurugi is very, very close to this, which puts it in second place. But I've also got people out here, I've been reading that Mitsurugi Ryzel is going to be the better deck. Now, from everything I have seen from Mitsurugi in both the Pure and the Ryzel variants, being able to put 3 ritual monsters on the field is gosh darn ignorant, man. But I appreciate that. I think that's really cool that we have a TCG exclusive archetype that has enough gas and enough oomph to actually kind of keep up with this. Like, that's really freaking cool to think about. Now, in terms of this, pre-prep just upped this deck's consistency through the wazoo. You have people that are just looking at the overall toxicity of how this is supposed to go. Also, board wipes during the opponent's turns. Can your opponent technically recover from, a board wipe on that scale? It's all sorts of things like that that you kind of got to think about out here for when you're approaching and wanting to, figure out what the Mitsurugi build is capable of doing. I for sure think that the Mitsurugi build is probably going to be in top 5, for sure. I can't really think of any... See, when I say top 5, I can't think of anything else besides Malice that's really going to keep up with Ryzel at this point in time. Especially, when you have to incorporate all these other pieces into this for consideration. Yeah, though I can't wait to ash the ritual once per duel effect. That's going to feel really disgusting, and then they're still going to full combo on me anyway. So, I'm looking forward to that. Now, there's also been a lot of people over here that have been going, Regenesis is going to be dead on arrival, Robbie. Nobody is going to play this dog shit deck. You're just hyping it up because, you're a bad stun player. Okay, first of all, I think that Regenesis has performed well enough in the OCG to prove that it is a very, very good rogue contender. Now, the TCG is just going to have to figure out how they want to go about this. Are we going to adapt the Pot of Extravagance, the going second build, where, you have Lava Golems built into the deck, possibly, some board breakers, depending on that side of things? Or are we going to go with maybe more of the going first approach, approaching Power Sink Stones, inclusion of skill drain, 4 cards, or are we going to build a hybrid build out here that's supposed to be able to handle both modes? I have seen an argument for both. That's very, very much a good thing to see out here. But from where I'm sitting right now, everybody, I think saying that Regenesis is dead on arrival is freaking hilarious. And you're going to be very shocked when your opponent goes, oh, okay, done all the interruptions. Okay, you didn't kill them. In phase trigger 1, 2, 3, 4. Add them all back to my hand. Hey, want to watch me do it again? Like, it's freaking stupid. And plus, they have a soul charge, too, man. I don't know why people are, dissing on Regenesis so bad. All right, I think having a strong anti-meta creature lurking around in the back that's going to steal games from you is going to be really, really good to see. I really want to play this deck. I think that this deck is, this deck is looking really, really good. So we will have to wait and see if it is dead on arrival or not. But I don't think so. I think a lot more people are going to be surprised. The impact of Fiendsmith on Alliance Insight format. So we now have Dippity, which is going to make the Fiendsmith Primite build kind of turn up a little bit out here. I look forward to actually seeing the implications of how that's going to do its thing. And then we've also got the more popular Fiendsmith Bestial variant that's been kind of taking off a little bit. Now, the problem with the Fiendsmith Bestial variant is the minute that Malice enters into this format, see point 1 in this video, where you got Malice exploding back in the meta, according to a lot of the reports I've been reading out here, I fully expect that build might take a little bit more of a backseat, because what do you want to Bestial out here? You want to trigger your opponent's Malice effect? Oh, please do, man. Please do. I love giving my opponent a use to spending 300 life points to bring back, that's going to bring back, you go spend another 3, 6, 900, you go spend 1,800 life points to bring back a full field? Yeah, no. I do think the Fiendsmith will have a place out here, because, oh god, man, let me tell you, the Bestials were a pain in my ass. The Fiendsmith package is also a pain in my ass, but Konami's been using the Fiendsmith package to allow Rodex an actual chance to stick around in the meta. So I don't, in that sense, if you truly want to promote, diversity through the Fiendsmith package, then I guess that's fine. But outside of that, hey, if the Fiendsmith package is going to be everywhere, except for probably the 2 best decks, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. It should be a better format. Please, let it be a better format. I really am going to need a breakout here from some of this craziness. All right. And then technically, so I thought this should be a more open meta. I understand that, Malice gets some crazy power-ups, but, they're behind a little bit with the times. We're expecting Mitsurugi to be the better variant out here. You have Cyber Dragon, Evil Twins, by the way, let's not forget about Evil Twins. You have so many people out here actually exploding on this format, just wanting to play it. Maybe it's just because, new cards, new excitement. We've had the chance to see so much further down the pipeline from what we want. Maybe that's just breeding success. Or maybe people just want to get ahead and, get ready to see Orcust and all these other decks touch down in Battles of Legend, in June. I don't know what the case is, but it feels like right now that more people are excited to want to play this game. And I welcome this. I am excited, all right? Rizel did a fantastic job out here at wanting to get players excited for the game. Malice, not so much. But seeing a shift in things, I think is going to be very welcome. So, should the meta be more open? Consequently, probably not. We do get excited when we get a ban list like this, when we get a cool 3-week period where things are fixed, and it's gone. All right? Y'all should remember your South Park reference. And it's gone. It was a good 3 weeks while we had it, but I wonder where Blue Eyes is going to go from here. Because that's all I've been playing. You figured, right? So, leave a comment down below what you guys think, and I will see your beautiful faces back here later in the day, guys. Peace out. patrons. Thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.